All right, I'm on the farm today and picking up from my hay update video. I got the Massey Ferguson 1105 started, fueled up, as much fuel as I'm going to put in it. The Krone 2801 CV mower conditioner greased up, ready to go. With the exception of this field, I'll be cutting all of our fields over the next few days. We'll try to cut as much as I can handle by myself, and then give a day or 2 days, whatever. We got 10 days, at least 10 days of sunshine. Right now the weather guessers are saying 0% chance of rain, and everything will be second cutting. If I decide to cut this field, which will be later this week, this would be fourth cutting. All right, I'm in the field. I got the Krone ready to go. Running the PTO here for just a second. And full disclosure, I'm in a Massey Ferguson, but I'm wearing a John Deere hat. But I will say that John Deere has treated me well. I don't feel like every time I touch John Deere green I need to take a shower. I'm cutting at full height stubble. This is the west field. You saw it in the last video. And there's my bottom field down there. I'm running from the get-go high range, first gear multi-power low, but I'm going to multi-power high. There's some undergrowth in this field, but the volume's nothing like a good first cutting, so this speed should be gravy. Let me get around the field a few times and I'll come back. Well, I'm coming right along here. This is an excellent field. This is one of my favorite fields when I was working before I retired. It's not a big field, but it's got long runs. And it was a good field to tackle during the week after the day job was over. It was quite manageable. So it's one of my favorite fields. Years ago, it was one of the best Timothy fields ever. Hoping to get it back into Timothy one of these days. I believe that'll happen. So this purple top is pretty much past prime, and that's the stemmy stuff you see over here, out in here. So it's putting a fair amount of dead material into my hay, but this is what I got to cut, and rain kept us out of the field for a long time. I'm not counting Hurricane Helene, so again, trying to get hay 2024 in a rear view mirror, and then we'll take a reset and start anew for 2025, and hopefully with my retirement and 7-day-a-week availability, barring weather and equipment issues and hopefully no health issues, this farm will get the attention it needs on the hay front. Moving right along here, Massey Ferguson and the Krone are doing a great job. All the vitals on the Massey look pretty good, and I got it down in multi-power low while I'm on the camera. I don't know if you can see that front wheel or not, but there's still just a little bit of moisture down on the ground. But I waited until the dew burned off. It's probably about 1 o'clock right now in the afternoon. Knock on wood, things are going smoothly. Just about got this little field knocked out. I'll be going up on that little plateau up there next after I go around the perimeter. But this afternoon has been a great time to cut hay. Good temperature, sun, a little bit of a breeze. There's more wind coming later in the week along with the sun, so that's good. All right, I have finished this portion of this field. I just went around and made my back swath, and I'm heading up on that plateau and deal with that mess. So I'll come back. So I threaten every year just to bush hog this and not fool with it, but it adds to the bale count, and when it's properly maintained and fertilized, when I had Timothy, this little spot would yield a lot of square bales. So I keep coming back to it. But this is probably the worst of the worst I got. I mean, there's a lot of horse nettle in here and foxtail. This field needs a lot of attention. Getting it done here, there's a lot of undergrowth. So there'll be some volume out of this little spot. When I get done with this little piece, I'll be done for the day, as far as cutting goes. Alright, so I finished cutting what I'm going to cut today. Got the Massey Ferguson 1105 and the Krone 2801 CV. Kind of idling down a little bit to cool down some and just walk over here. Like I say, this is just a little patch, but even on this little spot there, the hay can be somewhat significant, and a lot of undergrowth in here. Like I said, this is the first time this has been cut all year, and that's part of the reason why it's a little bit trashy. And we'll put this in a round bale. Unless my round baler just doesn't work, it's always a possibility. Have trouble with belt slipping and that kind of thing, like I did in my first cut. But I think this hay is a little different animal. It's longer. There's stems. I think this will be an easier hay for that baler to bale up. I hope so, because I really don't want to throw a lot of money in that 335 round baler, although I'll do what I got to do. But so got all that cut, and I got this little spot in here cut, and tomorrow I will go down and cut that bottom field, and then the next day, maybe the same day, I'm not sure, I'll venture on the hill. So all of this hay in here was cut, and down there on the high stubble. So I want a good regrowth and want that to kind of hold things up to help it dry out. What'll happen with this hay is it'll sit here all day, the rest of the day. It's probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This will set all day, the rest of the day, and then it'll set all day tomorrow. And probably about, I don't know, 3 or 4 o'clock, I'll come in here and I'll run the tedder through it, and then I won't touch it again the day after that, and then the day I bale, I'll rake it, and with my Vermeer TR90, I in essence ted it while I'm raking it, and I'll bale it. So that's typically the routine that works up here. Fighting the dew a little bit more, but if I just take it in smaller chunks, where I've got 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon and good sun, and the wind's supposed to pick up later in the week, I think I'll be all right. So let me wrap the video up here. Second cutting on this field here in October, and the Massey Ferguson 1105, the Krone 2801 CV, getting it done one more time. So hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment. There's more hay incoming. We're going to cut, I believe, every field we got again before we're done here in October. So I'll leave it here and talk to you later.